What's up YouTube, it's Sankey and I make videos on the stock market. Guys, as always, I've got a jam-packed one for you today. But before I get cracking, please check out that link down below. That's Trading212. Go and grab yourself a free share of stock worth up to $100. Now, without further ado, let's take a little look at the portfolio. Up on screen is my YouTube growth portfolio, currently sitting just over £50,000. Now, if you've been rocking with the channel, you know we've had an explosive week in our portfolio. We've hit a lot of success in the plays that we've been jumping into. Now, guys, as we close out 2020, head into 2021, I'm starting to think about what I want to achieve my portfolio, where I want to take it. Now, I'd advise you guys to do the same. 2021 is going to be a fantastic year for the stock market and there's a lot of money to be made. Now, I am going to try and take this portfolio to £100,000 by the start of June. June 1st, I want this portfolio to hit £100,000 and I'm only going to invest £10,000, right? So I'm going to invest in plays that I share over here on the YouTube channel and over on the Patreon to get this portfolio to £100,000. And I want you guys to join me on that journey, jumping in on the same plays as me, as always, getting some fantastic returns, getting your portfolios from your first 1,000 to 2,000, then from 10 to 20, and eventually from 50 to 100. Now, there's a couple of plays that we should jump into to end the year right and kick 2021 off on a good note. I've already invested in them today and I want you guys to consider investing in them too. So without further ado, let's jump into the first play. Up on screen we have Salesforce, that's ticker symbol CRM, currently sitting at $227. Guys, I want to kick things off right by blasting out some estimates that the analysts have given. Now, there's 18 analysts that cover Salesforce. As a median, they have a price target of $290. Guys, this gives you almost a 30% increase in your investment. And as a high, they have $325. This gives you over 40% increase, guys. So there's good upside potential in Salesforce according to the analysts. I do think we can hit about $300 at least by the end of next year. So this is pretty good going. And there's 15 analysts that have a buy rating on this. So as a business, Salesforce offers products to other businesses that helps them manage the relationships and has the data associated with it as well, predominantly through their CRM platforms. Now, this is very powerful and highly in demand. And guys, what I do like, extremely like, is the subscription nature of their products, right? You know, they get clients to sign up for a month, 3 months, 1 year in advance. You guys know I like that recurring business model because it gives them cash flow, right? So Salesforce has been on my radar for quite some time now, and you guys know I'm big on entry points, on buy zones, because ultimately if you're patient and you get in at a better entry point, it's going to help your returns in the long run. Now, a better entry point has finally come for Salesforce. The price has dipped, so I jumped in today and got myself some shares. Now, the price has dropped because of shareholder reaction to Salesforce's acquisition of Slack. If you didn't know, that acquisition of Slack is going to be confirmed next year, right? So everything's going to be integrated next year. But the investors weren't too happy about the acquisition of Slack for a number of different reasons. One, yes, Salesforce did pay quite a hefty price tag for Slack. Slack are not profitable, right? At the moment, they haven't been profitable in their history. And also there's that competition from Microsoft Teams. But how I view this is Slack will integrate quite nicely into the Salesforce's model. If you don't know Slack are essentially a collaboration tool which gets rid of messy emails, right? So it's very popular, you know, in the workplace and engaging with clients. And this software will integrate very nicely in Salesforce's CRM software, right? Because it's all about relationships, it's all about contacts. So I see a very nice integration going into play, and I wouldn't be surprised if Salesforce will release some new modules, some new platforms that use Slack also. Over the next couple of months, I do see Salesforce performing very well, and I do see an uplift in that share price for a number of reasons, guys. One, not only is the integration of Slack going to benefit the business, because ultimately they're going to have a better product, their clients are going to like it more, they're going to get more, hopefully more market share as a result. They're going to become more of a leading force in that market. But two, guys, this is a rapidly growing business, and this is a business that has been growing rapidly for a long time. They're quite a sizable business, just over 200 billion in market cap, but they're still growing at 20% each and every year. this gives me a lot of confidence as a shareholder in Salesforce now going into 2021. Just to give you some numbers, in 2017, Salesforce did about 10 billion in revenue. Guess what? They doubled that to 20 billion in 2020. Now they're forecast to double their revenue again by 2024. This is a rapidly growing business, and the industry is growing rapidly as well. You guys know I was talking to you about the TAM, right? The TAM, that's the total addressable market. You guys want to be investing in businesses where the industry that they're operating is growing, right? That's why we like electric vehicles over here. That's why we like UAVs over here as well. You want to be investing in these high growth industries. So to put it into perspective, the total addressable market that Salesforce operates in right now is 140 billion. That's going to grow to 175 billion by 2024, and beyond that it's going to grow over 200 billion. And we know historically each and every year Salesforce have a very nice market share. Another thing I really like about Salesforce, guys, is they are naturally resistant to downturns, guys. This is fantastic. This is going to give your portfolios the protection that you want going into 2021. Now, you got to think that their CRM model, that software, when it's integrated into a business and a business is using it to generate money, generate leads, generate sales, they're not going to cut it out if there's a downturn. They need that. They rely on that. So the Salesforce platform is factored into their budget no matter what. So as I said, I have a price target on this of at least $300. I'm looking to make about 40% return on my Salesforce investment going into 2021. So guys, drop me down a comment below if you're going to jump onto this play. Now, onto our second play. Up on screen, we have Qualcomm. That's ticker symbol QCOM, currently sitting at $147. And again, we're going to kick things off right. Let's talk about the analyst estimates, guys. They have an average of 162. This would give you a 15% increase, and we have a high of 200. This would give you a nice increase of, again, matching Salesforce of 40%. I like this one, guys. If you don't know Qualcomm, essentially Qualcomm, they are a semiconductor manufacturer. Now, semiconductors are a vital piece for handsets, for wireless technology, and for artificial intelligence. Now, the big play here with Qualcomm is they are going to be very important in the rise of 5G. Now, I know 5G seems to be slowing getting up to speed, but guys, 5G is set to be about 10 times faster than the 4G. So the adoption rate going into the future is going to be massive. I have some numbers here. The CEO of Qualcomm believes that there's going to be 500 million 5G handsets sold next year compared to only 200 that were sold this year. So that massive uplift is going to provide a lot of potential business for Qualcomm going into 2021. So guys, I want to put it on your radar that Qualcomm pretty much have a monopoly in this space, right? The handset makers, Apple, Huawei, Samsung pretty much have to go to Qualcomm to get this semiconductor, these chips, right, for the 5G. And Qualcomm make money in several different ways. Not only do they make money for actually selling the chip to the handset makers, but also the licensing fees for the technology, as well as the royalties on every single unit sold. So guys, Qualcomm are a fantastic business, and they have a lot of security going into 2021 because of their presence and their lack of competition in the market right now. As I always say to you guys, we are looking for high growth industries, and we're looking to take advantage of that by investing in assets that are going to be beneficiaries of this as well, right? Guys, that is why we've invested into NIO. That is why we have invested into Alpine 4 Technologies with the drone space as well. From a financial point of view, Qualcomm is looking fantastic going into 2021, guys. They are net income positive. You guys know I'm big on businesses that are either profitable right now or are showing a path to profitability. That's exactly what we want to see as a shareholder. Now, I'll hit you guys with some quick numbers from their last quarterly report. 86% year-on-year increase in their earnings per share, and in their next quarterly report they're set to double their earnings per share from $1 to $2. This is exactly what I want to see. Now, their market cap is again under 200 billion, so there's a lot of room to drive that up, right, with the share price increase. Now, I do think this company is going to take full advantage of the increase that we are going to see in 5G next year. So that is why I loaded up on some Qualcomm stock, and you guys do your diligence on Qualcomm and potentially get yourself a position. Again, comment down below if you hold some Qualcomm or you're considering or thinking about getting some. This last one I want you to put on your watch list. This is Palantir, currently standing at $28. A couple of weeks ago, I said what we want to see from Palantir is that they continue to win contracts, right? This is going to give them revenue, which is going to help them justify their valuation. And that is what we want to see as shareholders. And they seem to be delivering on that front. There's a couple of contracts that they have won over the last few weeks. A notable one recently was a $31.5 million contract with the NHS to help them design software to help them with patient care. A couple of weeks back, they signed a contract, 44 million, with the Food and Drug Association. So this is looking good for Palantir. They just need to keep up that momentum, because yes, it is a very expensive stock, guys. Palantir has a market cap of about 50 billion. They're set to do about $1 billion in revenue. This gives them a price to sales of 50 times. This is pretty expensive. So we just want to monitor that to ensure that they keep up that momentum going forward. If I just jump into the charts very quickly, guys, as you will see, Palantir has a resistance somewhere around the $29 mark, and it's attempted to break through that a couple of times, and it's now approaching that again. So if they do continue to win business, it is going to increase that share price. Investors are excited by Palantir, and they should have no problem passing through that $29 resistance mark, and then it probably is onwards and upwards to about $35. So this is one I want you to put on your watch list, just to ensure that you're tracking and we're seeing if Palantir is getting that momentum in contract wins going forward. So if you've been rocking with the channel for a while now, you know what time of the day is. It's question of the day time. This question comes from Matthew. The question is, do you know anywhere where we can trade options in the UK? So thank you very much for sending in this question. Guys, do light up that comment section for me. Ask all your questions, all your comments. I'm reading all of them and replying to all of you guys. So this is a very good question. Now, over here in the UK, we don't have access to as many platforms as there are in the US. We don't have Robinhood over here. It was actually announced to come over here earlier in the year, but that plan fell through. So what I use personally is IG. Now, I do dabble in a bit of options pretty much every week. I've got some fantastic ideas, and I know a lot of you guys are interested in options as well, because a lot of you have actually reached out and messaged me, and you do want me to bring it to the channel, and it's something that I'm working on doing. So do write down in the comment section if you're in the UK, what platforms you use for options trading, right? Just so we can get a list going and seeing what the best platforms are to present on this channel. Now, options are risky, but they can also be lucrative as well if you know what you're doing. I was very successful on 2 options trades this week, one being Tesla, another being QuantumScape. So as I said, I'm looking to introduce it onto this channel as soon as I can. So that brings us to the end of the video. Please hit a like, it really helps the channel out. If you're new, do hit that subscribe button. I post each and every day. Do check out the links down below. Trading 212, grab yourself a free share of stock. And guys, I've got some exciting news over on the Patreon. I am creating a penny stock only portfolio, and that is being launched next week. So that should be pretty exciting. We've done very well over here on our penny stocks in the last couple of weeks. I've given you guys 6 penny stocks over the last couple of weeks, and the performance ranges from 20% up all the way up to almost 200%. So I'm pretty excited to start a penny stock only portfolio. So do join if you're interested in that also. So guys, as I always say, do check into the channel each and every day. The stock market is rapidly moving, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.